Spurs midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur has had his ban confirmed by the Football Association. He will miss 6 league games and 1 game in the Carabao Cup against Manchester United. He will return to league action against Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day, but he can play in the 2 Europa League games before Boxing Day, which of course are against Roma and Rangers. A logo change for the club. The club have removed the words Tottenham Hotspur from its logo, and Harry Kane has just had a statue unveiled in East London. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Now let's start by talking about Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur. On Monday morning, it was confirmed by BBC Sport that Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Bentancur has been banned for 7 matches by the Football Association for using a racial slur about his teammate Heung-min Son. Bentancur, who has also been fined £100,000, was charged by the Football Association in September after comments made during an appearance on TV in his home country of Uruguay in June. Now, the statement released by the Football Association, this is what it said. An independent regularity commission has imposed a 7-match suspension and a £100,000 fine on Rodrigo Bentancur for a breach of FA Rule E3 in relation to a media interview. It was alleged that the Tottenham Hotspur midfielder breached FA Rule E3.1 as he acted in an improper manner and or used abusive and or insulting words and or brought the game into disrepute. It was further alleged that this constitutes an aggravated breach, which is defined in FA Rule E3.2 as it included a reference, whether expressed or implied, to nationality and or race and or ethnic origin. Rodrigo Bentancur denied this charge, but the Independent Regularity Commission found it to be proven and imposed his sanctions following a hearing. So it has been confirmed that Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur will miss 7 games. They will be 6 games in the Premier League and 1 in the Carabao Cup against Manchester United. He will miss the Manchester City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Southampton and Liverpool league games. He can play in the Europa League games, though, against Roma and Rangers. He will return to Premier League action for Tottenham on Boxing Day for the Nottingham Forest away game. Now, Spurs have released a new logo. In simple terms, they have just removed the words Tottenham Hotspur from the bottom of the logo. The club have stated, we have removed the curved Tottenham Hotspur text from beneath the cockerel. This enables us to increase its scale across different environments and stand proud as a true icon for the club. Now, a statue of Tottenham's record goalscorer Harry Kane has been unveiled at the Peter May Centre in London. He has stated, a real proud moment for me to go back to where my life in football began and unveil a statue. I hope it helps inspire the next generation to work hard and believe in themselves. He had a lot more to say. Let's hear from Harry Kane now.
A moment to have this statue. What's your reaction?
Yeah, it's pretty special, to be honest. These are things I didn't even think of when I was young, and obviously I dreamed of playing for England. I dreamed of playing in the Premier League and being a professional footballer. But it's these little moments that I think are special when you look back, and I come back here and this is where I first started playing football for Ridgeway Rovers, and then my school team, Trinford Foundation, and this is where it all began. This is where all the building blocks to my career started. So to have this is a great reminder of all the journey and the mural as well, and I think it's a great inspiration for the young boys and girls who still play here to inspire to one day be in the same shoes that I am.
You talk about being an inspiration. What sort of legacy do you think this statue will leave?
Yeah, well, I hope it just inspires the young boys and girls to know that their dreams can come true. Just a normal guy from Chingford who had a dream of doing what I'm doing now, and through a lot of hard work and self-belief I was able to make that happen. And I think having important role models in your life is special. When I was young, David Beckham was someone I looked up to, and he's from Chingford as well. And I just think it makes it more realistic for these guys to think it's possible. So it's really a great thing for them to be able to see this and see the journey and know that maybe one day it could be them.
You've been able to pave the way for the up-and-comers. How bright is the future of the kids here at Ridgeway Rovers, and will we see a next Hurricane?
Hopefully, that'd be great. We've had a couple with David Beckham and myself now, so it shows that Ridgeway Rovers are doing something right. And who knows? That would be an incredible thing. And I know here it's busy pretty much every day, and the Peter May Sports Centre do a great job and providing what the young boys and girls need. So it'll be interesting to see, and hopefully we'll see another kind of prospect come through this pathway.
You've been an unbelievable servant for this country, but what do you need to do next to get a statue outside Wembley? That's another legend. Yeah,
I think ultimately we have to win a major tournament. We've been close, obviously, on a couple of occasions now in the Euros. The next step is for me and some of the other boys is to win. It's the only step left. So we're excited by that prospect. We know it's tough. We know major tournaments are tough, but we keep on the right path. We have a great mixture of young players, some experienced players. Obviously, a new coach coming in March. So the future's bright, but ultimately, it's about doing it in the final moments, which we haven't quite happened yet. But hopefully, the World Cup can be ours.
You played for Thomas Tuchel and against him some great games against Chelsea. How equipped is he to sort of guiding them to glory? Yeah,
I think he'll be great for us. I think he's got that fast experience in big competitions, and he'll bring a great energy to the team. And he'll put his own stamp on it, his own identity on it, especially the way we play and tactically. So, and look, we've got great players to choose from. We've got some young players who are playing really well. We've got some experienced boys now who have been there in major tournaments and had that experience. So, he'll know what to do. He's been there at the biggest clubs and, performed at a high level. So for me personally, it'll be great to work with him again. I really enjoyed our time last year at Bayern, and it'll be interesting to see his views on how he sees us going forward. But I know he'll have one thing in his mind, and that's to win the World Cup.
Considering the point you are in your career and it being 2026, the World Cup, is this sort of one last roll of the dice for that World Cup glory?
I don't think so. I think sometimes there's a perception when you get into your 30s that you're coming to an end. But for me personally, I'm performing at the highest level I've ever performed and feel as good as I've ever felt. So it's just about taking in the moment. I don't like to look too far ahead in my career. I never have. So the World Cup is going to be exciting. In America, it's going to be an incredible occasion. And ultimately, it's about trying to win that. And then, as always, you look at where you are and what you need to do to improve, and that'll be no different in a couple of years.
And just on last night, congratulations, firstly. But that's 4 new scorers and a lot of a young team as well. How exciting is that for you, knowing that the next generation is coming through? Yeah, no, it's great, and you need that. You need the young guys pushing the guys who have been there for longer. You want to have competition for places, and we definitely have that. We have a great squad to choose from. We've got some players who have been injured who are going to be coming back as well. So I think it'll be difficult for Thomas to choose his squad in March, but that's what you want. Ultimately, if we want to be the best team in the world, we have to have players pushing each other to the highest limits. And it was great to see them boys score at Wembley. It's a special occasion, and it's a night they won't forget for sure. Thank you.
So my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Rodrigo Bentancur and his 7-match ban. Of course, he is now going to miss 6 games in the Premier League, taking us up to Boxing Day. He will return on Boxing Day against Forest away, and he will miss that very important quarter-final, that Carabao Cup quarter-final against Manchester United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. However, he can play in Europe against Rangers and against Roma. It is a big blow again to Ange Postecoglou. How many times have I said since Postecoglou's arrival, how many situations have we had on our hands of players being suspended, players being out injured, and this is yet another situation that we could have done without. I think the ban is extremely harsh. I don't agree with what Bentancur said at all, and I think that he has been made a huge example of in this situation. And the rules are the rules. The FA have come out and said these are the rules. And it's a 7-match ban. I do think it is a very harsh ban. I would have expected, 1 game, 2 games, even 3 games. But 7 games is an awful lot. We are going to miss Bentancur. And, of course, we do have quite a few injury issues at the moment. So Ange Postecoglou is going to need to work his magic and rotate this squad around. But the only positive thing about it is that he will be available for the 2 Europa League games, so I would expect him to feature in both of those matches. The logo change, although I get the club's branding, etc., etc., I'm not really a fan of it. I like the fact that the logo has our name on, Tottenham Hotspur, and during me covering the stadium build, all the videos that I published during the time when the stadium was actually being built, I said then quite a lot of times that I wanted to see the words Tottenham Hotspur, around a lot. And of course, we don't have the THFC in the seats anymore like we did at the old White Hart Lane. But when you do look at all of the big brand logos, I suppose, they don't have the name. It is just a very simple logo. So Spurs have opted to go for the very simple logo. But I would just like to see a little bit more Tottenham Hotspur branding around the stadium, certainly. There was meant to be the museum. That seems to have been put on hold or even stopped now. That don't seem to be going ahead. We haven't got any statues outside the stadium, which I think is a shame. Certainly Bill Nicholson, I think, needs to be there. What I have been told a number of times, though, is when the hotel eventually goes in, the Bill Nicholson gates will actually be used between the club store, which is the Tottenham Hotspur Experience, and the hotel, so they will be fixed in there somewhere. But I feel like we do need a lot more Tottenham Hotspur branding in the stadium and outside the stadium as well. Harry Kane's statue has been unveiled in East London. I think this statue was actually made, quite a few years ago. I think it's about 4 years old, and they've been waiting to get this put in place. Of course, Harry Kane is a Tottenham Hotspur legend, our record goal scorer. Yeah, we could probably do with him right now, couldn't we? But yeah, many congratulations to Harry Kane. He deserves everything that he gets, and hopefully he can win many trophies with Bayern Munich, because he certainly deserves them. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.